Hi friends, in this video, I will tell you about update for Alpha 20, and some news of the development of 7 Days to Die Alpha 21. Subscribe to my channel and leave a like, it is very important for me now. So let's go. Update 20.4 b38 for 7 Days to Die has just been released. In this update, the developers fixed some bugs and also made partial optimization. This is an experimental update and therefore your game will not automatically update. In order to update the game to the experimental version, you need to open the properties of the game in Steam. Open the Beta Versions tab and in the list of versions, select the option Latest Experimental Unstable Build. This option will be at the end of the list. The update will begin downloading immediately. And now I will tell you about what changes this game update contains. First, on the loading screen, you will see a new message saying that the game is still in development and may still contain bugs. You can now also select the language of the game in the game settings. To do this, select Options in the menu, then Video in the UI, User Interface tab. If you leave the auto option, then the game will use the settings that are selected in the properties of the game in Steam. After choosing a language, the game will require a restart. Click OK. After the reboot, the game will already have the selected language. You don't have to start a new game. You can load an old save. The server filter has also changed a lot. Now a large number of parameters are available here, according to which the game will search for servers. Among the search parameters there is also a new parameter, region. If you are creating a public server, then you will also need to select the desired region in the save settings so that other players can find it. We continue. EOS peer-to-peer networking for cross-platform peer-to-peer games has been added, which means 7 Days to Die could be coming to the Epic Game Store. I don't know who would buy a game from the Epic Game Store if they could buy it from Steam, probably someone who doesn't have access to Steam. Sleeping zombies, once activated, will now wake up and attack the Oroch much faster than before the update. Previously, sleeping zombies did not immediately begin to act upon activation. Sleeping vultures, when they appeared, flapped their wings loudly, and the player could immediately understand what to be prepared for. Now sleeping vultures will appear on the location silently and therefore become more dangerous. The light of the drone's lantern, before the update, did not affect the visibility of the player who was in stealth. Now, if the drone's flashlight shines on the player will be more visible to enemies. Before the update, only the first drone cargo mod could be installed in the drone using the shift button and a mouse click. To install more than one mod, they had to be moved with the mouse. All mod slots can now be filled with the drone cargo mod using the shift button and a mouse click. When you install a coloring modification in a drone, the drone is painted correctly. An issue has been fixed where robots would not work if set higher than the player. An issue with vehicle teleportation has been fixed. Also, if a player left the game while in a vehicle, then after entering the game, the character could die or get a ragdoll. Now it's fixed. Fixed a bug where the player could suddenly fall through the surface, and now it will also be less likely to see phantom blocks in the game. When you activated the quest, neighboring locations could be completely or partially updated. Now this error has been fixed. The tooltip has been removed from food baskets that cannot be searched. Treasure chests will no longer appear in the same place. Before the update, you could go on a treasure hunt and find a chest in a hole you dug some time ago. A bug has been fixed that allowed two-wheeled vehicles, such as a bicycle, mini-bike or motorcycle, to ride on vertical walls. If you're looking for achievements and haven't gotten the achievements like dying and PvP kills yet, you might be glad to know that the requirements for these achievements have now been reduced. fixed an issue where players could earn the Playing Doctor achievement without completing the requirements. These are the main changes that are visible to all players. Next, I will talk about the changes that will be of interest to experienced players of 7 Days to Die. So bug reports and screenshots will now be saved in the game save folder. The game mods folder will also now be in the save folder instead of the mods folder in the game folder. The developers say that at the moment, modifications will be loaded from both the old and the new location. But in future updates, absolutely all modifications will need to be loaded into the mods folder in the save folder. Most likely these changes are part of the preparations for integrating the workshop into the game. In the future, most likely, it will be possible to choose which modifications to load into the game in the game settings, as it currently works in Project Zomboid. Now I take this change negatively. I have several copies of the game folder, in each of which I have a different set of mods, since not all mods work correctly with each other. If the mods folder in the game folder stops working before the Steam Workshop appears in the game, players will not be able to create copies of the game with different sets of modifications, which, in my opinion, is very bad. In addition, some global modifications take up a lot of space, and not every player has extra space on the system drive. Therefore, changing the storage location of modifications looks very controversial. Just in case, I'll show you how to find the game's save folder, in case you don't know. It is in this folder that folders with reports, screenshots and modifications will be located in the future. Now, let's talk about the good news. There are also optimizations in this update. Algorithms for rendering trees and grass in the game have been changed to more optimal ones. The quality of the shadows will also now better depend on the graphics settings. In addition, the shadows in the game are simplified, which should reduce the load on the graphics card. The calculation of the path for those zombies that are far from the player has been simplified. Thus, the path will be calculated more often only for zombies that are nearby. This change will reduce the CPU load on your PC. And the last. A question about bandits appeared on the game forum. Someone asked if half-naked male and female bandits could appear in the game. In response, Fodl showed this picture and wrote, "Maybe. Depends on what you consider scantily." That's all the news I have at the moment. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It is very important for me. And I'll go look for other news and make new videos for you. Bye bye.